Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, my excellency students. First of all, let's praise our God, Allah the most gracious and the most merciful, the creator and sustainer of the universe. Peace be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last messenger of Allah who has guided human life from the distraction into the right way of Islam. Excellent students, today we are going to learn listening about Unit 1. It tells us about all in family. Well, the excellency students, I'd like to tell you about the learning objectives. So, in the end of teaching learning process, you are able to comprehend urgency of listening and all in family in Islamic worldview. Second, to comprehend steps of listening of all in family. And the last, to do the exercise of all in family. Islam as a religion that is rahmatan lil alamin, who cares for his servants, always gives his best. None of the decrees of Allah are wasted. For example, the command to listen. Please recite Al-Quran Surat Al-A'raf, verse 204.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون.
It means when the Al-Quran is recited, accept it and be quiet, then you will get mercy. My excellency student, as we know that to command to listen is the most important commandment to find the truth, especially when it is read to him about the Al-Quran. As the commandment in the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Al-Quran is a formulation of goodness content, gives an impression that it is deserved for someone to prioritize listening skills when dealing with the presentation of the truth as a form of appreciation and respect for it. Listening skills are a way to get even more information. Listening skills provide an opportunity for someone to reflect on values and get the script of the message to be conveyed. This is what God says in His Word. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. كتاب أنزلناه إليك مبارك ليتدبروا آياته وليتذكر أولو الألباب. This is a book which we have sent down to you full of blessings, so that they may tadabbur toward its verses, and so that those who have a mind can teach them. Surah Sad, verse 29. And please recite again this surah.
والله أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم لا تعلمون شيئا وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة لعلكم تشكرون.
This is the importance of how to listen. Allah give us ear to listen. To listen the signs of Allah in universe. And the other surah, let's recite again.
ولقد ذرأنا لجهنم كثيرا من الجن والإنس لهم قلوب لا يفقهون بها ولهم أعين لا يبصرون بها ولهم آذان لا يسمعون بها أولئك كالأنعام بل هم أضل أولئك هم الغافلون.
Please function your ear to listen Allah's signs. You will be safe from hell, Jahannam. Hell is hell. Okay, well, excellent student, please look at the urgency of listening in Islamic worldview according to Al-Hadith. There is a dialogue between Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Utbah bin Rabi'ah. Okay, well, my excellent student, listen to me. In Sirah Nabawiyah, tell us that when Rasulullah did the da'wah in an open manner, openly, the Quraysh disbelievers became restless. They wanted to stem the da'wah of the Prophet in various ways. One of them is by sending Utbah bin Rabi'ah to conduct negotiations. In a narration, it is stated that Utbah sat next to the messengers of Allah and said, "Oh, son of my uncle, in fact you know for sure your position in the midst of your people. You divided their ranks, you abused their gods, and you disbelieved their ancestors. Therefore, listen to my words. I will make several offers. I hope you will accept some of them." Rasulullah said, "Oh, Abul Walid, say it. I will hear it." Then Utbah bin Rabi'ah extended all his offers. When it was finished, the Prophet asked again, "Are you done, O Abul Walid?" He replied, "Yes." Rasulullah then said, "Now listen to my words." He also replied, "Please." Then Rasulullah read some verses from the letter Fusilat until finally he read the prayer made verse 37, and he prostrated. The complete verse read, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارَ وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ لَا تَسْجُدُوا لِلشَّمْسِ وَلَا لِلْقَمَرِ وَاسْجُدُوا لِلَّهِ الَّذِي خَلَقَهُنَّ إِن كُنتُمْ إِيَّاهُ تَعْبُدُونَ. And some of the signs of his greatness are night, day, Sunday, and moon. Do not prostrate to the sun and not also to the moon, but bow to Allah who created it. If you only worship Him. Surah Fusilat, verse 37. After he said to Utbah, "You have listened to him, and now please find your attitude." Utbah immediately got up from his seat, then went to meet his friends. Some of them said, "By Allah, Abul Walid came to you with a different face from when he left." Utbah asked them to call Rasulullah SAW, but they were reluctant. Instead, they said, "He has bewitched you with his words." Well, my excellency student, if we look at the dialogue between the Prophet and Utbah, it is very interesting. Apart from the good weight of the conversation, the manner of the dialogue is also charming. Rasulullah, as the host, first invited his guests to convey the intention of his arrival. He listened attentively until the speaker had made his point. He did not interrupt his interlocutor. Instead, he asked him, "Oh, Abul Walid, are you finished?" This provides space for respect for the interlocutors so that they feel honored by the Prophet's silence. If counted, Utbah's words were far more than the Prophet's. In fact, he almost did not except reciting a few verses of the Holy Quran. In fact, by frugality in speaking, Utbah finally became smitten and finally gave up. By listening, the messenger of Allah had the opportunity to find out more about what was on the other person's mind. Well, my excellency student, let's recite this surah about the urgency of all in family in Islamic worldview.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة وقودها الناس والحجارة عليها ملائكة غلاظ شداد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون.
You who believe, preserve yourselves and your family from the fires of hell, whose fuel is men and stones. The guardians of the angels are rough, harsh, who do not disobey Allah for what He commands them, and always do what they do order. Quran Surah At-Tahrim verse 6. My excellency students, rahimakumullah, if we love our family, then know that the greatest proof of love is to protect them from the fiery hell, which is very painful. Safeguarding a family from hellfire means teaching them religious knowledge, ordering them to obey Allah, and prohibiting sinning and God. Okay, next recite again this surah.
وليخشى الذين لو تركوا من خلفهم ذرية ضعافا خافوا عليهم فليتقوا الله وليقولوا قولا سديدا.
The meaning that, and let those fear in their behavior towards orphans, who if they left behind them weak offspring, would be afraid for them. So let them mind their duty to Allah and speak justly. Greatest command is monotheism, while the greatest sin is shirk. Okay, next surah.
فخلف من بعدهم خلف أضاعوا الصلاة واتبعوا الشهوات فسوف يلقون غيا.
Now there had succeeded them a later generation, whom have ruined worship and have followed lust, but they will meet deception. Okay, how about all in family in Islamic worldview according to the Al-Hadith? His Excellencies Ali bin Abi Talib radhiyallahu anhu said, "Addibuhum wa'allimuhum." The meaning of keeping family from hellfire is teach them from hellfire. Teach them manners and religious knowledge. Meanwhile, Ali bin Abi Talib radhiyallahu anhu said that the meaning of protect yourself and your family from the fire of hell is educate them and teach knowledge to them. Addibuhum wa'allimuhum. Sayyidina Ali bin Abi Talib also explained that protecting a family from hellfire is done by the following things: equipping the family with knowledge, guiding the family to become a person with noble morals, inviting the family to always obey God, and keeping the family away from doing immorality. Okay, well, my excellent students, steps of listening of all in family. I invite you to watch video here. So please watch uh, carefully.
Well, Assalamualaikum everybody. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Siti Fatima and I am responsible for explaining listening about family. The difficult skill in English real life is listening. Why? It is because listening is the first step to understand what the other said or what the native said. So if we didn't know how to listen or we didn't get what the other said, so we don't know what they said at all. And it can be easy how to listen the native, how to make it easy for us. Uh, let's move to another slide. Well, I'll translate in Indonesia first. Skill yang paling sulit dalam bahasa Inggris di keseharian adalah listening. Kenapa listening? Karena listening adalah tahapan awal untuk memahami apa yang speaker atau native speaker katakan. Kalau kita tidak tahu, tidak mengerti, maka kita tidak memahami apa yang dikatakan oleh native speaker. Dan itu bisa mudah bagi kita. Bagaimana caranya? Let's to move to another slide atau pindah ke slide selanjutnya. Step in listening in real life. In a real life, not in the text or not in a question, in a real life. There are four steps. The first step is prepare to listen. The second step, listen for specific information. The third, listen for pleasure. The fourth, observe the people you listen to. Nah, selanjutnya yaitu tahapan dalam mendengarkan di kehidupan sehari-hari. Ada 4 tahapan. Tahapan pertama adalah persiapan sebelum kita melakukan atau mendengarkan apa yang akan dikatakan. Mendengarkan untuk informasi yang spesifik. Mendengarkan karena menyenangkan. Dan kita harus yang keempat adalah mengobservasi orang yang akan kita dengarkan. The first step is prepare to listen. The theme is talking about family. When we in this step, we will focus on about family. So we must focus on only a vocabulary related to the family. What are the vocabulary? Name, numbers, family members, relationship, hobby, jobs, address, and etc. And you must be prepared to master this vocabulary. Numbers, you know how to count number, whether it's nominal or ordinal. You know how to address the family members, father, mother, sister, brother, grandfather, niece, nephew, and others. And also relationship. We know how to describe the relationship. It's a wife, it's husband, or other. And then we also must master some hobby. For example, hobby are swimming, fishing, running, listening to music, and many more. And also we must be master in jobs also, jobs name like a doctor, nurse, teacher, lecturer, uh, engineer, and others. And also how to say address also we must know. So before we are talking about a family, you must doing a preparation first that you must mastering in some vocabulary that I was mentioned. And when you are talking with the native about family and you didn't get or didn't catch what they said, you must ask to repeat. It's okay to ask to repeat. Nah, di tahapan yang kedua adalah persiapan sebelum mendengar. Kita kaitkan dengan temanya yaitu tentang atau berbicara tentang keluarga. Kalau berbicara tentang keluarga, preparation yang harus kita siapkan, persiapan yang harus disiapkan adalah fokus dengan vocabulary yang berkaitan dengan keluarga seperti nama, numbers, family members, anggota keluarga, relationship, hubungan, hobi, pekerjaan, alamat dalam bahasa Inggris ya tentunya. Dan contohnya numbers itu ada nominal dan ordinal. Family members itu seperti bagaimana mengatakan ibu yaitu mother, ayah, father, sister, kakak, brother, sister tadi kakak perempuan, brother saudara laki-laki atau sister saudara perempuan, and then niece keponakan perempuan, nephew keponakan laki-laki, dan selanjutnya. Terus relationship itu hubungan, misalnya suami, istri, husband and wife, hobi. Kita harus tahu bagaimana cara mengatakan hobi in bahasa Inggris juga, seperti berenang itu swimming, terus mancing itu fishing, lari itu running, dan sebagainya. Selanjutnya yaitu pekerjaan. Pekerjaan misalnya guru, teacher, dosen, lecturer, dokter, doctor, perawat, nurse, dan lainnya. Dan kita juga harus tahu cara mengekspresikan alamat. I live in Jakarta. Saya tinggal di Jakarta dan lainnya. Dan ketika kita berbicara di tengah-tengah kita tidak memahami atau kita tidak bisa menangkap, ask to repeat. Tanyakan untuk mengulang kembali. It's okay. Let's move to another. The second step is listen for specific information. Detailed information in family text. The first one is introduction, talking about brothers and sisters, immediate and extended family, talking about children, talking about your relationship with your family. In introduction, the first common people use is I have 5 family members. I have 4 members in a family. They are my parents, me, and also my brother. Misalkan. That's the example. And then the second one is talking about brother and sister. In this specific information, they will say about I have 2 old brothers and I have 1 little sister. My old brother has getting married and my little sister is in elementary school, like that. And There are also specific information. The third is immediate and extended family. Immediate, like the core of the family, and extended is a bigger family. Immediate is only mother, father, and then the son and daughter. And in extended, it's include grandfather, grandmother, niece, nephew, and others, auntie, uncle, and the others. And then the next one is talking about children. When the speaker is a parent, it will be talk a lot about children. So, for example, I have two children. The first is my son. The age is 10, and the second one is my little daughter. The age is third, and like that. And the last one is talking about the relationship with the family. It's a more deep com- conversation, which is to explain how you or how the speaker relationship with the other. For example, I usually meet with my brother in every weeks in my grandmother house to enjoy our holiday, or uh, in every weekend I bring my daughter and also my son to do some activity that make them fun, like watching a movie, go to the beach, or go to the playground together, like that, to tell about relationship. Oke, tahapan yang kedua adalah mendengarkan untuk spesifik informasi-informasi yang lebih spesifik. Dan untuk detail informasi di teks yang berkaitan dengan family itu biasanya ada perkenalan, berbicara tentang brother and sister, kakak atau adik, membicarakan keluarga inti dan keluarga besar, membicarakan tentang anak, dan membicarakan tentang relationship, hubungan dengan keluarganya atau kedekatan dengan keluarganya. Yang pertama adalah perkenalan, introduction. Biasanya diawali dengan I have four family member. Saya punya 4 anggota keluarga. I have 10 family member. Saya punya 10 anggota keluarga. The second one is talking about brother and sister, atau membicarakan tentang kakak dan adik. Ini agak mendalam dikit tapi masih dikit ya. For example, contohnya saya punya 2 kakak dan 1 adik perempuan. Kakak saya sudah menikah, sedangkan adik saya belum menikah. I have 2 brothers and sisters. My brother has getting married and my sister in elementary school. Dan yang ketiga adalah membicarakan tentang keluarga inti dan keluarga besar, immediate and extended family. Kalau keluarga inti ayah, ibu, anak saja, sedangkan extended itu lebih besar, seperti kakek, nenek, sepupu, paman, tante, seperti itu. And then kalau speakernya sudah menikah, itu pasti akan berbicara tentang anak atau talking about children. Contohnya, I have 2 son. My first son is in senior high school and my second son is in junior high school. Anak pertama saya punya 2 anak laki-laki. Anak pertama saya ada di SMP dan anak kedua saya di SD. Dan yang terakhir adalah berbicara tentang kedekatan speaker dengan keluarganya. It's atau talking about your relationship with the family. Ini bisa menjelaskan tentang rutinitas bertemu dengan anggota keluarga. For example, I always meet with my sister in every 3 days. We talk about everything while we are drinking a coffee. Saya setiap 3 hari sekali bertemu dengan kakak saya. Kita menikmati kopi dengan membicarakan kehidupan kita, misalkan seperti itu. Berarti menunjukkan kalau dia dekat dengan kakaknya karena rutin bertemu. Let's move slide. Listen for pleasure. It is important to improve our listening skill by enjoying to listen. How we are enjoying listening? These are tips to improve our listening skill. The first one, watch English movie without subtitle. Listening radio in English. Watch or download English video in YouTube. And drilling. The first one is you must try to watch an English movie without subtitle. If you are understand it, you are quite good in English. But if you didn't understand, just go on, and then can you conclude the movie? And after that, try to use the subtitle, but in English, not in your native language, like in Bahasa Indonesia. No, you must rewatch the movie using subtitle and try to compare your understanding. Is it your understanding about the movie is very good or not? And then the second one is listening radio in English. When you are enjoying a news, I think it's better to improve your listen by listening radio in English, and it can improve your knowledge also. And the third one is watch or download English video in YouTube. There are a lot of sources in YouTube. While you wanna learn about listening or you wanna learn about English, there are a lot of video. Just download it and enjoy. And the key point to improve all the skill, and one of is listening skill, drilling. You must drill your skill every day, as enjoy as you are. Well, tahapan selanjutnya adalah uh, mendengarkan dengan happy atau dengan bahagia, karena penting sekali ya untuk meningkatkan kemampuan mendengarkan kita. Kita harus menikmati mendengarkan dalam bahasa Inggris. Bagaimana tipsnya? Yang pertama adalah watch English movie without subtitle. Nonton film bahasa Inggris tanpa subtitlenya. Kalau kalian mengerti, berarti your English is very good, atau bahasa Inggris kalian bagus. Misalnya kalian masih ada yang nggak ngertinya nih, so bisa rewatch, nonton ulang, tapi dengan subtitle in bahasa Inggris, not in bahasa Indonesia. Nonton ulang filmnya pakai subtitle bahasa Inggris. Bandingkan film pertama dan film kedua. Yang kalian tonton dengan subtitle, filmnya sama ya, pemahamannya benar nggak? Kalau pemahamannya benar, berarti kalian sudah cukup bagus dalam listening. Oh, kalau masih belum, berarti harus sering-sering belajar lagi, nonton banyak film lagi. Dan selanjutnya adalah listening radio in English. Kalau kalian hobi ngedengerin berita, lebih baik mendengarkan beritanya itu in radio in English. Itu bisa download di App Store kalian, misalnya BBC atau apapun itu, dan kalian bisa rutin mendengarkan. And then yang ketiga adalah nonton atau download video-video berbahasa Inggris, video tentang pembelajaran bahasa Inggris di YouTube. Ya, banyak banget sumbernya di sana. Dan yang kunci utama adalah drilling atau latihan. Tanpa latihan, kita tidak akan bisa menjadi master in listening. Next. Ini tahapan terakhir, yaitu observe the people you listen to. This is the last step in listening skill, to improve your listening skill, that is observe the people you listen to. How to observe what when people speak. We can know the tone of voice, hand gesture, how they stand, because body language can help you to understand what they want to say it. So, if you didn't get what they said or what they speak, you can also guess by the tone. It's the tone of angry, it's the tone of happiness, it's the tone of sad. Or by hand gesture or how they stand, they are enjoying or they are not. Well, tahapan yang terakhir yaitu observe orang yang akan kita dengarkan. Bagaimana caranya? Perhatikan ketika mereka berbicara. Ketika mereka berbicara, kita bisa menyimak ada tone of voice, tinggi atau rendahnya nada ketika berbicara, gestur tangan atau cara mereka berdiri, atau intinya when the people speak adalah body language. Kalau kita bisa menangkap tone-nya, apakah tone-nya tinggi, rendah, kita bisa menangkap dia marah, sedih, atau dia kecewa, itu akan terlihat. Hand gesture juga bisa membantu kita memahami ketika kita tidak mengerti apa yang dia katakan. And then how they stand, gimana cara orang itu berdiri pun bisa indicate kalau dia nyaman berbicara, kalau dia tidak nyaman. So itu mempengaruhi hasil yang dibicarakan, hasil tuturannya. Now let's doing the exercise related to the family. Answer the question below related to the audio. Let's listen.
Yeah, I think that's enough for steps of listening of all in family. Okay, do the exercise of all in family. There are 5 exercises for you. First, look at the pictures of Martha's family and listen to the dialogue and choose the names of the people in the pictures. Yeah. Second, listen again and choose the correct answer to the question. Third, listen to the dialogue and match the items on the right to the items on the left. Fourth, listen again and take whether it is true or false. And the last, listen to the talk and choose the best answer. Okay, do respectively. Okay. Look at the pictures of Martha's family and listen to dialogue and choose the names of the people in the pictures. Okay? You listen carefully.
Do you want to see pictures of my family?
Oh, hi, Martha. Yeah, of course. Oh, who's the baby?
That's my daughter. Her name is Erica. This picture is from her first birthday.
Oh, she's cute. Who are the other people in the picture?
Of course, that's me in the green dress. The other people are my parents. My mother's name is Wilma and my father's name is Ed. Here's another picture.
I recognize you, but who's the man?
That's my husband, Carl. He's a great cook.
My husband's a terrible cook.
Here's another picture.
Who's that?
That's my sister Wanda and my nephew Tommy.
Those are nice pictures. Do you want to see my pictures?
Sure.
Okay, the next exercise. Listen again and choose the correct answers to the questions.
Do you want to see pictures of my family?
Oh, hi, Martha. Yeah, of course. Oh, who is the baby?
That's my daughter. Her name is Erica. This picture is from her first birthday.
Oh, she's cute. Who are the other people in the picture?
Of course, that's me in the green dress. The other people are my parents. My mother's name is Wilma and my father's name is Ed. Here's another picture.
I recognize you, but who's the man?
That's my husband, Carl. He's a great cook.
My husband's a terrible cook.
Here's another picture.
Who's that?
That's my sister Wanda and my nephew Tommy.
Those are nice pictures. Do you want to see my pictures?
Sure.
Okay, the next. Yeah. Listen to the dialogue and match the items on the right to the items on the left. Okay? There are two conversation 1 and conversation 2. Okay, let's concentrate on conversation 1. Okay, listen carefully.
Conversation 1.
How many people are in your family?
There are 5 people in my family. My parents and my older sister and my younger brother.
Younger brother? What's he like?
Like? Wow, that's a tough question. I don't know, he's
A cool guy?
No, definitely not cool. I'd say he's average, a typical teenager.
Is he tall?
Tall? He's not so tall, same height as me.
Handsome like me?
You're not handsome, and he's not handsome. He's just average. Yeah.
Okay, the next conversation 2, please listen carefully.
Conversation 2.
You said your grandmother lives with you. Yes, I love her so much. She's always doing nice things for me. She's so sweet. How would you describe her? What does she look like? Look like? That's an easy question. She's slender and pretty. Pretty? Yeah. She was an actress when she was young, and she did some modeling. Cool. And what does she do now? Well, she's not, she's very active. Always busy with her friends, doing things to help people. I think she has a job or is doing some volunteer work or something.
I think we expect grandmothers to be doing quiet things like reading books or just watching TV.
But that's not my grandmother at all.
Okay, listen again and take whether it is true or false. Listen carefully for conversation 1.
Conversation 1.
How many people are in your family?
There are 5 people in my family. My parents and my older sister and my younger brother.
Younger brother? What's he like?
Like? Wow, that's a tough question. I don't know, he's
A cool guy?
No, definitely not cool. I'd say he's average, a typical teenager.
Is he tall?
Tall? He's not so tall, same height as me.
Handsome like me?
You're not handsome, And he's not handsome. He's just average. Yeah.
Okay. Next, conversation 2. Listen carefully.
Conversation 2.
You said your grandmother lives with you.
Yes, I love her so much. She's always doing nice things for me. She's so sweet.
How would you describe her? What does she look like?
Look like? That's an easy question. She's slender and pretty.
Pretty?
Yeah. She was an actress when she was young, and she did some modeling.
Cool. And what does she do now?
Well, she's very active. Always busy with her friends, doing things to help people. I think she has a job or is doing some volunteer work or something.
I think we expect grandmothers to be doing quiet things, like reading books or just watching TV.
But that's not my grandmother at all.
Okay. Listen to the talk and choose the best answer. There are 5 items. So, please listen carefully.
You probably have your own idea of what makes a family, but here's how sociologists define it. Families are groups of people who are related by genetics, marriage, or choice, and who share material, emotional, and economic resources. So the family isn't a formal organization like a government or a church. Instead, it's a social institution. That's because the members of a family are held together by the commonly shared goal of the well-being and mutual support of its members, and they organize people and power based on positions of social status within the family, like mother or daughter. Family often goes hand in hand with kinship, a social bond based on common ancestry, marriage.
Okay, listen again.
You probably have your own idea of what.
Okay, sorry.
Makes a family, but here's how sociologists define it. Families are groups of people who are related by genetics, marriage, or choice, and who share material, emotional, and economic resources. So the family isn't a formal organization like a government or a church. Instead, it's a social institution. That's because the members of a family are held together by the commonly shared goal of the well-being and mutual support of its members, and they organize people and power based on positions of social status within the family, like mother or daughter. Family often goes hand in hand with kinship, a social bond based on common ancestry, marriage, or adoption. These are the relationships that are most commonly thought of as family. Parents and kids, spouses, siblings, aunts and uncles. And some of these relationships you're born into, the biological children of parents, for example. But other family relationships are created through legal bonds, like marriage or adoption.
Yeah. Well, my excellent student, let's discuss about the answers offline. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for watching. The last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.